What's up, Peak Timers? 2025 Hot Wheels Super Treasure Hunt update. I have 13 out of 15 Super Treasure Hunts confirmed. Let's go ahead and have a look at them, starting off with our 2025 Hot Wheels A-Case Super Treasure Hunt. And this one in that Spectra Flame green paint job, which looks really nice. We have that TH logo right there on the side door. Same with this side as well. We have the Audi logo, which kind of has a little bit of a fade at the end, which is kind of interesting right there. Love the 10-spoke white wheels on here, looking great. Hot Wheels logo on the back. In the front end, we have some excellent detail to it. Check out those lights, the license plate with the Quattro, the Audi logo in the middle, even the fog lights at the bottom look really, really good. No stamping on the back, though, for the lights or anything like that. They've left that away. And then on the bottom base, you can see it says 87 Audi Quattro. There's your base code. And then we do have the slicked reel riders on this one, which is an interesting choice, but very, very nice. I'm super happy with this one for our first. Let's go ahead and show you the mainline variation. So there you go. So you guys can get a little bit of a comparison of what the mainline variation looks like. So you can see the color difference. So there's your mainline. Similar type of 10-spoke wheels on there, which is interesting. And then there is your Super Treasure Hunt. And then obviously the biggest difference is the base. You can see we've got the plastic wheel tires on the mainline variation and the reel riders on the Super Treasure Hunt, plus the premium wheels on there as well. So that's your main difference. Obviously the color is a huge difference as well, but yeah, not too bad. Pretty good contrast for the mainline compared to the Super Treasure Hunt variation of our Audi Quattro. We're gonna go ahead and put the 87 Audi Quattro on the bottom of our Freightliner Transport. There we go. And then for our 2025 Hot Wheels B case, we have the Hiro Hada Merc in this gorgeous purple paint job on here. Absolutely love the look of this one. We have the TH logo right there on that kind of wheel well cover, which is interesting. Then we have the Hot Wheels logo on the back, the flames that go down. And then I love the wheels on this. These wheels look so, so good on here. It's a nice newer style wheel. There's your front end on that one right there. And then on the rear end, you can see lots of chrome for it. We got the chrome interior on there. And then on our base, we have a white base, and we've got the treaded reel riders on there. And there you can read that base if you need to right there. But pretty cool looking. And then comparing it to our nice mainline variation, we'll actually go mainline here on the left, and then the Super Treasure Hunt on the right there, so you can see them both side by side. So more of a pinky magenta color for the mainline, where it's more of a purple color for the Super Treasure Hunt right there. Obviously, you can see the difference in the wheels. So those are just your regular wheels, but they do have painted white walls on there, which is kind of an interesting touch to it. And we look on the base. They both do have the white base, but the main difference, as you see, the reel riders on the Super, and the mainline just has the plastic right there. So there's your two combination. Obviously, that Super color is just gorgeous. Absolutely love that one right there. And you know what? We'll put the Super of this one right there on the top of our transport. C-Case Super Treasure Hunt. We've got the High Roller 2, and this one is, yes, a fantasy Super Treasure Hunt. I know a lot of people are not excited about fantasy Super Treasure Hunts, but they do it every now and then, and you know what? That's okay. And this one kind of looks like a jail car. It's like the black and white on there, which is kind of interesting. Even like the side of it kind of looks like a jail. I don't know if that's purposely done or not, but there it is. I like the wheel tire choice on there. We've got kind of those like retro style wheels, and then we've got the white wall right there on the back. TH logo on the rear trunk lid right there, which is interesting placement for it. There is your rear end, and then the front end design. Bottom base, we've got the slicked reel riders, and there is your bottom base, as you can see right there. And then comparing it to our regular variation, there's our mainline, and there's our Super right there. And you can see they're kind of like an opposite colorway on there. They're kind of like a flipped colorway. Even on the top, you see the Super has the white roof with the black R, and this one has the black roof with the white R. So it's a nice contrasted flip on there. Obviously, you can see the rear trunk lid doesn't have that big TH logo, so that's a huge difference maker on there. But if you're looking for them in stores, you can look just to the side and you can see the big difference. Actually, I'll put them that way so you can tell the difference. So don't miss it. Don't miss the Super of that one. And we'll put him on the bottom right there. Just right there. Perfect. All right, going on to our D-Case Super Treasure Hunt. We've got the 75 Datsun Sunny Truck B120 right here. And I'm usually not like a huge fan of these like mini trucks, but the wheels on this look so good. They just really make the truck look great. Like the Datsun with the Japanese writing on the side right there. And then on the rear, you can see that Super Treasure Hunt logo, the TH right there. Front end, you can see the detail on that right there. And like they're kind of like these mini truck wheels, like the really tiny ones. I'll actually look at the base right now so you can see it's that nice chrome base on there with the tiny wheel tire combination. And you can see these wheels, how they've got, they purposely are made to stick out. So you can see that they've got kind of an extension on the axles right there. That's pretty cool how they've done that. I really like that. Good detail. They're slicked reel riders on there, but overall, I think this one is kind of nice. Like I said, not usually a fan of the mini trucks, but they've done a great job at the wheels on this one. The mainline looks completely different. There's our mainline variation of it right there. So completely different color, completely different wheels and all that. So very distinct. You're not going to miss the super of this one if you see it on the pegs right there. So you can see them. We'll go over top view. But yeah, just completely different color combination. The base on there, you can see, so completely different wheel tire combination. You see the plastic wheels on the mainline, the real riders on the super right there. But yeah, overall, completely different. I just personally don't like the mainline variation. I don't think it looks great at all. But the super, the Spectra Flame paint job, and those gold chrome wheels look fantastic. So really like that one. So you know what? That one's going to go on the top right there. Quick interruption to let you guys know that right now you can get one of these items right here for free. All you have to do is use my link and sign up for Whatnot. It's a fantastic app which you can buy and sell Hot Wheels cars, as well as a bunch of other die-cast, even household items like tools or shoes or whatever you want. It's such a great platform. It's where I buy most of my Hot Wheels on. And so you guys should go sign up with my link, use $15 to spend, and you can see how the platform works. You are going to absolutely love it. On March 29th, this Saturday, I will be going live on Whatnot and selling off a huge portion of my collection. You guys are not going to want to miss this. I've got some amazing deals, some items that I'm starting for $1, and whatever they go for is whatever they go for. You don't want to miss out. Sign up with my link down below, and I'll see you guys on there. The Aston Martin DB4 GT High Speed Edition. Yes, long name for this one, but a really cool looking casting. This was a new for 2024 casting, and then immediately came as a super treasure hunt for 2025. And there is those same wheels that we saw on the Hirohata Merc, and you can see Lickety Split written on the back, some graphics on the back there. 43, and there's your TH logo just right there on the side, and it is on that side as well. Same type of graphics and all that. And this is that gold Spectra Flame paint job. Really like this paint job. Love seeing it on supers. We've seen it on a few different supers over the years. And then on the back, you can see that like huge like aerodynamic stuff right there on the bottom. Like it's like a huge gap for the wind to go through. And then we got the front lip on there. Like very Aston Martin classic look on the front end for that grille. But just a really cool design. The bottom, we've got the treaded reel riders on there, and there it is, Aston Martin GT High Speed Edition. But just a really cool looking casting. The regular variation is this one right here, and you can see it's more of a yellow with the blacked out wheels, the 43 on there. So very distinctive. You're not going to miss which one's the super and which one's the regular on these ones. You can definitely tell them apart, but just a really cool looking casting. It's definitely something interesting and different, and I like how it's like a licensed casting, but it's almost like a fantasy car as a licensed casting. That's which you don't see very often. We saw it like wasn't there like a VW last year that we saw was kind of like that as well. But yeah, Aston Martin GT High Speed Edition. I do enjoy, I do like. So we're gonna go ahead and put that one right on the final spot on the truck right there. But we do still have lots more super treasure hunts to have a look at. We'll move the truck a little bit more centered right there. And our next one is from the 2025 Hot Wheels F case. It's the 2020 Jeep Gladiator right here. There we go. And this one is in a Spectra Flame, kind of like a blackish dark gray color. Depends how you look at it. It almost looks black when you look at it from the side, but then when you look at the top in the light, you can see it's like a dark gray. And there it is from the side. We got the Jeep, the Nito, and there's your TH logo just right there on the rear fender, kind of right below the door. Rigid sponsorship right there. We got the treaded Real Rider, like big Real Riders on there. And there's your base already for you, Jeep Gladiator in that orange base. Big treaded Real Riders on this one. There's your front end, the hood with the orange on there as well. And then Nito on the side. And then obviously we have the dirt bikes on the back, which is an interesting touch to that one. That's really cool. I really like the cars that have like the little dirt bikes and motorbikes and stuff in the back. I think it's a good touch to it. So, and let's have a look at our mainline variation. I actually haven't opened it yet. I'm going to be opening it up in a future video with some other cars. Oh, I'm dropping my Super Treasure Hunts already. But these are ones that you're going to probably confuse in store. So if we put these ones here, I'm going to put this one right on top. So the Super Treasure Hunts on the top, the mainline on the bottom. Very, very similar. Very similar. I mean, obviously, anyone who's looking for it, they're going to be easily spotting this one as far as which one's the Super, which one's the regular. I mean, the TH logo on the side is definitely the giveaway. The Real Riders on there, you can tell they're a little bit different wheels. But to the untrained eye and to the average hunter, I can guarantee you this is going to be one that's going to be left on the pegs. So when this one hits your stores, if it hasn't already, then definitely have a closer look at all of those Jeep Gladiators, because I'm sure there'll be people that will miss this as a Super Treasure Hunt. But pretty good one. Not too bad. If you're a Jeep fan, then that's definitely a good one to collect. And, we'll put that one right there on the front end. And then we go to our 2025 Hot Wheels G case, and it is the Porsche 911 Rally right here. One of my favorites for this year. Really, really like it. The green color on this, the Spectraflame green, I think it looks excellent. We got the number 17 on there. There's your front end, the little Porsche logo up there. Nice stamping for those front lights. And I love this, like the raised up suspension on there. Look at that. The Real Rider slicks on there. Porsche 911 Rally, you can see. Kind of odd that it's there's slicks on here. I would have thought that they would be a treaded tire, but you know what? It's kind of like an off-road road car. So I don't know. I don't understand it, but it doesn't matter. It's just a little Hot Wheels car. The wheels, I love these wheels. These are my favorite Hot Wheels wheels that they make, and we've seen them on Super Treasure Hunts as well. Or sorry, RLC cars, other Super Treasure Hunts, but definitely a really cool looking wheel. There's your rear end. We got the little roof rack on the top right there with all the good stuff on there. And there's your base for you as well. And we'll go ahead and throw that one right up there. I don't have the regular variation of that one, but on screen, there you go. You can see what it looks like. So pretty cool looking. So I'll hopefully have that in hand very soon as far as the regular goes. But going on to our 2025 Hot Wheels H case, it is the 71 Mustang Funny Car. Finally have this one in hand. Really, really cool looking car. Really nice details on this one. So we have something funny right there because it is a funny car. We have the TH logo just right there on the side. Love the wheels on here. They're kind of like the old style Krager mags, but then they're different, obviously staggered. And then we have the giant Goodyear slick on the rear of this one. Actually, let's just look at that. Look at that. Those big slicks on the back. And you can see the funny car way it is, how it's got this side exhaust on here. The one thing I was really hoping this would do, and it does not, is it does not open up. So a lot of the older Hot Wheels funny cars, you could pull it open by the exhaust right here, and it would just slap open. You could see all the inside, but no, unfortunately not. There is the engine on the inside if you look hard. We do have the TH logo also on the top with a 71 on the top for the 1971, so that's interesting. We have a 427 logoing on the front end, chrome all on the front end right there as well. And there it is on the side. So it's interesting that we have 3 TH logos. So the one on this side, the one on the top, and then the one right there on that side right there. So interesting that we have that Ford logo on the back. There's the rear end. And then obviously, yes, I showed you the chrome base. And actually, I just realized it's slicks on the rear and treaded on the front. So kind of cool. But yeah, this is my favorite angle right here. The big slicked Real Riders with the Goodyear tire lettering tread on there. That looks really cool. We're going to put that right there, and I'm also going to throw again on screen what the regular looks like. There you go, and hopefully I'll get that one in hand as well pretty soon. But going on to our 2025 Hot Wheels JK Super Treasure Hunt, and it is the 62 Corvette Gasser right here. And there it is. Pretty interesting look to this one right here. And I don't think the front wheels on this are the final variation wheels. I've seen ones on Packers that have slightly different wheels on the front, but from the overall look, it looks pretty much the same. TH logo on the rear, Goodyear writing on there, 62 on the side, 327 cubic incher right there, and there's the 327 right there in the front. Chrome, lots of chrome on this one, chrome interior on this one right there. 62 on that side as well. And then we have the big slicked reel riders on the rear right there. I really like that. I would have loved to have seen the tire lettering on here. Like wouldn't it be cool to see? I love the tire lettering on big slicks. I think it looks really cool. So too bad they didn't do that with the Gasser, and it is a Goodyear sponsored one as well. But nonetheless, still a pretty cool Super Treasure Hunt. It's kind of like, it's more of a black Spectra Flame on this one, almost like that dark gray color. Again, it's like a black roof, a black stripe, and then the Spectra Flame kind of gray mixed into the rear. So you decide, but still overall, not too bad. I like that one. I probably like the Mustang more than the Corvette of this one. And 2025 Hot Wheels K-Case Super Treasure Hunt is the McLaren Speedtail. Yes, finally a McLaren Super Treasure Hunt I've been wanting for a long time. We have the TH logo right there on the rear, and this one is in like a Spectra Flame orange paint job right there. And just like real life, we've got the different wheel tire combination. And actually the same wheels, but then on the front of the McLaren Speedtail in real life, it's got like a high speed wheel cover on there. So they did a different wheel to give it that contrast, which I really like. That's really cool. And the McLaren Speedtail, it's almost like a love it or hate it type of McLaren. A lot of people don't like it. It's got that center seating position like the McLaren F1. They made 106 of them in real life like the McLaren F1, but I don't know. It just doesn't have the same history and stuff and the love that the McLaren F1 has, even though it's a really cool car. It's the fastest McLaren ever made as well, 250 plus miles an hour top speed. But I think it's cool. I do really like it. I love McLarens. I think they're amazing. And we have the McLaren logo right there on the front end as well. Overall, still pretty cool. We look on the base right there. We have these slicked reel riders on here, McLaren Speedtail. There it is for you. And I do not have this case yet that this came out in, and so I don't have the regular variation, but we have the 1994 Bugatti EB110 Super Sport. Absolutely love it. This one probably up there was one of my favorites for this year as well. I don't have it in hand, like I said, but that's kind of what it's going to look like. We're not knowing exactly which wheels it's going to finalize in, but I will have it very, very soon. And one thing to note is I did a shorts video maybe 6 months to a year ago before I knew that there was going to be a McLaren or a Bugatti Super Treasure Hunt coming out. I'll play the short right now.
What's up, Peak Timers? Phil here from Peak Time Racing. I've been organizing my Hot Wheels Super Treasure Hunt collection, and I've been waiting to show you my McLaren and Bugatti Super Treasure Hunts.
And isn't it funny? Do you think maybe Mattel and Hot Wheels listened to me and came out with the McLaren and a Bugatti Super Treasure Hunt back to back? I don't know. It's very much pure coincidence, but hey, I'm not complaining. I love it. Finally, we have a McLaren and a Bugatti Super Treasure Hunt. So that Bugatti is from the 2025 Hot Wheels L case, 2025 Hot Wheels M case. We have the 73 Honda Civic Custom right here. Nice little small Civic with the rail riders, of course, the white wheels on there. Again, we don't know the fully final variation of it, but that is approximately what it's going to look like. And again, I will have this one in hand very soon to show you guys in a future video. And then for the 2025 Hot Wheels N case, we have the 2020 Dodge Challenger Hellcat right here. Very cool. Like the Spectra Flame pinkish kind of paint job on this one. So that's going to be an interesting colorway to look at, to have in hand. So we'll get a close-up detail of that one again soon once I have that one in hand, and I'll show you guys as well. But that is all 13 of the 15 Super Treasure Hunts for 2025. It's been a pretty good year so far. You guys let me know in the comment section down below which 2 Super Treasure Hunts you'd like to see as the final ones. The final ones are always kind of really good ones, so we'll have to see what 2025 brings.